One of my personal favorite features of Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 versions is the Medal Rally, an achievement system made up of 255 different medals that you can collect over the course of your Unova journey. I believe this to be one of, if not the most difficult completionist challenges in Pokemon history. And my reasoning for this is not because there are medals that require the use of online services, which lasted less than 2 years for these games, since there are fan-made solutions, and there will soon be a solution for the currently inaccessible GameSync and Dreamworld. What I truly believe makes this challenge extremely difficult to take on are medals like the 30 People Funfest Medal. That involves getting 30 people in the same room with DSs and copies of Black 2 and White 2. And they have to be the sequels too, because the original Black and White don't work with this. And while this sounds like something that a shiny hunting and collecting freak like me could pull off with my big collection of DSs and stuff, I personally only own 4 copies of this game. And that number is not going to grow anytime soon with how expensive Black 2 and White 2 are getting. So in order to get this done, I would need to call for help. And I was determined to make this happen. Back in 2012, I dreamed of getting this medal. But I was just a small YouTuber in a small town, where I was lucky to maybe even get 3 people together to go to a GameStop event and download some Pokemon. I always imagined that in order to pull this off, you'd need to be at some sort of massive convention, or be some big YouTuber organizing it. And just this year in 2022, after signing up for Super Smash Con, I realized that that could now be me. I could organize it. So at the very last minute, a couple days before the event, I put together a little video trying to organize a Funfest meetup. Realistically, I was expecting to maybe hit 10 people, even though the goal was 30. But that would still result in a nice consolation prize of the 10 People Funfest Medal. How exactly did it really turn out though? Let's go to the convention and see. I must admit, I had greatly underestimated the number of Pokemon players and shiny hunters that I would see at this event, and I had massively underestimated the power of Shiny Collector and the Collector crew. After taking a picture of the empty venue at 2 AM to establish a meetup spot, 12 hours later, we set up shop as a small group and started trading Pokemon, hoping this would be a good visual signal that this is the spot to meet up, because it was a little bit hard to verbally communicate with all the loud Brawl Meta Knight sound effects going on in the background.
Just look how many DSs there are here. This is insane.
I knew at this point we would absolutely crush the 10 People Funfest Medal, and I booted up my 4 copies of Black 2 and White 2. And I was ready to start the first mission. I went with Forgotten Lost Items first, thinking that it would be a cool one to start off with since you can get extra fossils. But in the moment, I learned that many of the files that people had set up couldn't access it because you had to have the game played up to a certain point in order to do that particular mission. Even with many people being excluded though, we had a whole 17 people participating in this Funfest mission. So I decided to immediately try things again, this time with the Berry mission, which is the first mission you unlock.
Okay, so let's collect some berries now. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. I got it on my game with 1 badge this time. So.
We slowly watched the number of participants crawl up, getting excited with each additional number.
20? 23? Okay, this is going well. 21. It's like a different number on each of my games, the number of participants.
On this second attempt, we got up to 27, and it seemed to come to a halt. We were so close, yet 3 games short. But then we had 2 more people show up, bringing us to a total of 29. We were only 1 game short. If only we were at a big convention with vendors where you could buy almost any Nintendo game under the sun, like Finding Nemo for the GameCube. Thankfully, we were. And Shiny Hunter Beniyasha here took one for the team and spent $100, the pinnacle of power for a White 2 price, on another copy of White 2, which thankfully already had another save file on it. We had exactly 30 now, so we needed to make sure there weren't any malfunctions or game freezes or anyone accidentally saying no to the Funfest mission, but we could make this happen.
Let's get started. Alright, this will be the 30. 3, 2, 1. Fight! Funfest!
In a massive convention center, prone to all sorts of wireless interference, we held up our DSs and started flailing them around, hoping to pick up all 30 people at once. I had originally anticipated that this would be a quick 5-minute meetup, but it had proven to be a little bit more daunting than I had thought. We all sat around, fingers crossed, hoping we would pass the 30-person threshold. Unfortunately, someone's game malfunctioned and we only hit 29. So we just tried again.
26.
30.
30?
That says 30.
You hit 30?
I hit 30.
Let's go.
Oh, it hit 30 on mine as well.
All of these gamers.
26. 28.
Let's go.
30. Let's go.
31.
This one's at 29. I gotta. There we go. 30. We did it.
I was too excited to even play my games for the rest of the mission and had to just document the huge circle of gamers we had created. We had successfully pulled off a 5th gen Pokemon meetup in 2022, and I had obtained 2 medals that I once thought I would never have, because the 5th gen era of Pokemon was over. But I should have just looked around and realized how foolish of an assumption that was. Because the only time an era for a game is over is when people stop playing it. And with Pokemon especially, I can assure you that will never happen. Thanks so much to everyone who helped out and joined in and participated in these FunFest missions with me at SmashCon. It was such a blast getting to meet y'all, and it was an amazing time. And I'm definitely going to be doing this again, because there's a crazier, even more difficult FunFest mission-related medal that's going to take a lot more coordination to get done, scoring 1,000 points. So until then, I'll see you next time.